four-way test?
Absolutely. So the four-way test of the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned?
To all concerned. I'm there, sorry.
Thank you, Salim, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back, yeah.
Sorry about that. I had the same challenges yesterday. Thank you very much, IPP Salim and IPP Retention, PP Salim, for your leadership in that area. Now, call on all of us to charge our glasses, or put your right hand right on your chest, and we toast to the President of the Republic of Kenya.
President.
Thank you. I can see we are how many people? I think we are, yes, I can see Kim Kung coming in. Thank you very much. Past President Dasi, karibu sana.
Asante.
Beatrice, did I say karibu? Dr. Beatrice, are you there? Now, Kim Kung. Elizabeth Kim Kung, President, just maybe.
Good afternoon, President Gideon and everybody on board. How are you?
We can't complain. How are you?
I'm fine. Am I still invisible? You can see me. Hi. Hi, Ritesh.
Can you see her?
How are you?
How
are you?
Yes, Liz, we can see you.
You can see me.
Yes.
You took your time with your glasses. You got 4 eyes and you're telling me, yes. I thought you'd see me immediately.
No. It's the way the videos are arranged. So you're on page 2 from where I'm sitting. Yes.
Nice to see everybody. Sorry, I've been a bit absent, but I'm back.
Yes. We know formally different. We are grateful and congratulations.
Thank you.
We've been seeing you on television.
Oh, you did? No, that's my twin sister, Gideon.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
It wasn't me. Are you sure? Did you look properly? I mean, are you saying things since you became president?
No,
this is serious.
I just didn't know your twin sister.
Yes,
I think what I'll do is I'll give an appointment to both of you so that I can confirm.
Please do. We are identical, so it will be difficult, but just, I'd really appreciate.
Asante.
Hi, Ambassador Josephine. I'm seeing everybody. I can see.
Hi there, Elizabeth.
Nice to see everybody.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
So maybe Past President Salim or Ritesh, you can advise me. I can see we are, I don't know how many. I don't know that we can just start. Do we constitute a quorum?
Right, for the club assembly to take place.
Yes.
Based on the number of members we have, I think we need a minimum of at least 18 members to be present today.
Yes.
If we are close to that number, we can perhaps begin whilst we wait, because I know some individuals might have connectivity issues as well.
Yes.
But we do need quorum.
Okay. So can we probably just continue, and then as they add in, I think we will, as they join in, we will see whether we've reached that number. But I think what is important is we deliberate. Pipidasi, you have an opinion? Can see your.
I will go along with that. I think maybe we can finish some other things on the lighter note before. There is no sergeant at arms or something.
Oh, okay. I can see Kim Kung is here. And she's done well previously as a sergeant at arms.
Okay, let me look.
I'm also looking at the time. We have 2 minutes to 1 o'clock. So I stand advised. What do we do? Kim Kung, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Can you do the needful as we wait for the rest to join?
Yeah, since you've ambushed me, I don't have a choice. And since I've been absent, maybe that's the price I have to pay. So I will do the sergeant job. Thanks.
You're looking at your phone to find a joke, huh, Elizabeth?
No, there are messages coming in. And I'm sort of saying I was supposed to be in a meeting somewhere,
Okay.
And I thought I have to attend my Rotary today. So I'm actually not where I mean, they were expecting me, but I've sent apologies, and I can see people asking why. I'll type back and I'll tell them I'm doing my Rotary job.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. A joke I have to look for, Darcy. I didn't have it off the cuff and I was caught off guard, so I'll have to look for a joke to make sure people laugh at least.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
I'm not starting with a joke. Gideon,
Okay.
I thought that's not the Rotary structure. I can't hear you now.
You're muted. Gideon, you're muted.
Gideon, I can't hear you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
So probably we had our board meeting yesterday, and probably I'll invite the directors basically to share with the rest of us on where we are as a team and where we need to go, possibly by end of this first half of the year, in terms of projects, in terms of membership status, in terms of fundraising. So Salim, because your docket is heavy, we can start with you.
Yeah.
And then First President Sudesh, and then Irina, and then Mike Eldon. Then we'll proceed like that. Thank you.
Okay. All right, Mr. President, thank you very much. The projects which are ongoing or which are on the line, we first of all are arranging Garissa iCamp is on the 3rd and 4th of November. We are expecting to do 130 cataracts, and President Yu, past President Ann, and Rotarian Clinton are heading this. Everything is in place. All we are waiting is a clearance that yes, funds are available, because obviously without funds, the hospital will not accept our invitation. So I have to confirm that yes, the money is there, and we proceed. For the information of members, Garissa iCamp is a little different than what we have been doing, in the sense that the hospital themselves do most of the groundwork, and they do the screening. We don't have to be there to do screening. They arrange for screening, they arrange for advertising, and the patients which come down, they all pay their own transport. They come, we don't feed them, they stay there with their relatives. So really, basically, the work for the team will be very little, because they'll go there and all they have to do is to make sure that, yes, the patients are there and the surgeries are done. They have to count how many surgeries are done. And of course, they have to wait and see the results. And once they're satisfied, they make the payment. We only have 3 checks to issue. One is for your accommodation to the hotel. One is for the hospital staff, and one is for the operation itself. We're thinking we might end up at about 8,000 per catering. Then I go down
Salim,
to
just to take you back, you said we have to issue 3 checks, hospital staff, accommodation, and which one?
accommodation. One, we have to issue to the hospital staff,
Yes.
those who assist us in operations.
Yes.
Basically, that will be cash. You see, we'll have to write a cash check and carry cash, because, we cannot write checks for clinical officer. We cannot write checks for screening officer. There'll be too many checks. So there you will just carry the cash I have prepared a schedule. They will give you the name of the person whom they are paying. They'll give their ID number or hospital number. They'll indicate the amount and the individual will have to sign. So all you have to give is that schedule to the treasurer that this is how this money went. And other thing, when we were negotiating with the hospital, you see they started with 8,500. We said, no, that's too much. We cannot. Then we'll end up with one cataract at about 10,000. So basically they agreed at 6,000. So that 6,000 you will have to pay to the number of patients, because they say 130, you might not end up with 130, you might end up with 125, because sometimes, you know, some patients are rejected, either the sugar is high or, you know, they have a heart problem or something. So the surgeons might reject them when they get to the table. So you'll have to physically see how many cataracts are done and pay according to that. Now, why I'm saying 3 checks, you see, because, you know, you cannot write check over $1 million. So carry 2 checks to pay to the hospital, right? And 1 check to withdraw the cash. Now that cash, Mr. President, you have to carry yourself. And when you're there, just hand over to the doctor and she will give you all the count. So that's for the ICAM. And GECO project, we have completed, that is the GECO and the Swiss water. We have completed a water tank for Kaga Women Group. Construction is ongoing for water tank at Kanjeri Secondary School. And we have completed VIP latrines for girls at Kamande Secondary School. Ablution block for staff at Kamande Secondary School is ongoing. SCORE, unfortunately, there isn't any progress because the Canadians are very reluctant to come. They are asking us what is the percentage of vaccination in the country. And then when they hear 3-4%, they say, no, we are not coming until that is done. So really, this is a project, though we are pressing them that at least let us do one with the 2,000 med kids. President is in touch with them. And if there is any progress, if they do agree to come, we are all set to do it. Now, Mr. President, you were to advise on several projects which you had in mind. I don't know if you have anything to update. There was this Kajiado Tolosi wash project, borehole in Busia on World Understanding Day on the issue of the corporate membership. Charity Vision, this I will tell you a little bit more on that. Kenya School of Deaf and Kenya School of Blind. Now let me come to Charity Vision before, Mr. President, you comment on the others. Yes. Charity Vision, this is a vision, an NGO in Tanzania, and they have offered us 2,000 cataract consumables. So consumables for 2,000 cataracts, President Gideon is having a talk with them and the ministry. And basically what they say is we will give you the consumables and you conduct the ICAM. We have formed a subcommittee on this to discuss this, and we'll update you what is the latest position. So Mr. President, if you need to comment on any of those things I mentioned.
Yeah, you say Tolosei?
Tolosi Wash, that is the Kajiado project.
Yes, yes,
Tolosi,
and the Busia Water Borehole.
Busia Water Hole, World
And
Understanding.
Which one?
Corporate membership.
Oh.
Kenya School for Deaf and Kenya School of Blind.
Kenya Auto.
Blind and your ex-school, Dagoretti High School.
Yeah. Machine, and then Kenya School for the Kenya Society for the Blind, and Dagoretti High School.
For the Deaf, Kenya School for the Blind, and where Mr. President went for schooling, Dagoretti High School. Yeah.
Now, very quickly, Salim, I got in touch with Madam Jessica, and she indeed shared a message, an email message with me on what they've been discussing with the Rotary Club of Sower Bridge. And I would want to say that Tolosei project is very much alive. From the messages I saw, and for which I just sent a message to say we are still interested, is that Rotary Club of Sawbridge has indeed found funds to be able to do that. We, I think, have to match whatever they're giving us with $1,000 US. But of course, they've been cut down with this pandemic. But besides that, they are committed. The person in charge in whom Jessica has been talking to is an 80-year-old man. So you'd understand his fears, particularly in the pandemic. But I think that we should be able to cross, because to go over that hurdle, because the commitment from the emails is there. It's a question of how soon we can start. Busia Water Project, borehole.
Excuse me, Mr. President, is this a donation or is this going to be an RI thing?
It will be an RI thing.
So it should go to actually to international committee, isn't
it? Yes. These are some of the projects I think we talked about yesterday, for which I need to do.
So it should go to international, okay?
Yeah.
Busia
Water borehole also. I want to think. I tried to get in touch with Dr. Dorcas, because I traced it on where the source is. And actually, she was, I think, in class or something, and had promised to get back to me, which she didn't. So I think I'll follow up again, probably with an email or a WhatsApp message, and just gives me the status and the information. On corporate membership, Salim, I'll be honest, I think I'll need your guidance here, because I spoke to Eva, who is to get us a list of the attendees. That has not happened, but I think once I get that, for sure, Salim, I'll talk you to the side so that you can guide me.
Right.
Autocaustic machine, I have some very good news in the sense that we had the trust commit to 50% of the purchase of the machine. We want basically this machine to be used at the pediatric hospital, not pediatric, pediatric and mother and child, I think, clinics, where these kids are tested for deafness, so that intervention can come early on whether they should be sent to schools where they learn sign language, because some parents do not get to know what exactly is affecting their kids, take them to normal schools, and yet they have challenges. So it's a diagnostic tool for which we shall be able to tell early and intervene in good time. If the deafness can be corrected through surgery, the people are put in line. And in case it's such that it's beyond surgical intervention, the kids are put in schools where sign language becomes their first language to learn. So this we are on course in terms of its purchase, and I think it is more than funded if what we planned for happens. Kenya Society for the Blind, we thought we should give them, we should develop their talent academy, music, and again here, the trust is going to give us 50% of about $1 million shillings that will go towards the purchase of this equipment. I'd shared their proposal earlier, but I think when the time comes, we'll have to look at a situation of us purchasing the equipment itself and handing it over rather than giving them money. The Agoreti High School is also very encouraging. I got a message from one of the trustees of the Sai Memorial School, and two things. They said that the Agoreti High School puts on their letterhead an application to the Rotary Club of Nairobi stating their needs. And it's the Rotary Club of Nairobi that will approach the Sai Memorial for purposes of ensuring that whatever is requested for, I can see Eva, Karibu, whatever is requested for meets, they can meet that expectation. So I spoke actually to one of the board of management lady yesterday and told her that she just needs to put that in writing, and hopefully by Christmas we shall have finished that. Thank you.
Okay, fine. All right. I proceed, do I?
Yeah, proceed.
Okay, fine. The other project which is ongoing is Matibabu Foundation. This is the $12,000 already received from Rotary Club of Canada. And the position is the drugs have been bought, and this is being headed by Rotarian Nelson. I thought you mentioned he's here, but I don't see him.
I think he's here, but I think you're mixed up. It's not Matibabu Foundation. It's Ubuntu.
Ubuntu, yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. Because Matibabu Foundation is the one in Kisumu, and I can see on Shakil here.
Oh, sorry. Okay. This
It's
is
Ubuntu,
the one for the drugs. Yeah.
Yes. Maybe Salim, you need to mention that we've released or we're about to release, I think, 1,070,000.
Correct. Yes.
For the purchase. Yeah, for the purchase.
Yeah, the purchase of the drugs.
Yeah.
Okay. Matibabu, I thought this was we were supplying the desk, isn't it?
Benches.
Benches, yeah.
Yes. But you said Matibabu, and I think you're talking about Ubuntu.
Ubuntu, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, but Matibabu, we were to supply the benches, and this is a project which was already approved by the board.
Yes.
And I think we should just proceed. If the money is there, we make these benches available, because this is a ongoing. I think it's getting on from past president this year.
Okay. Probably I'll just confirm the funding, Salim, but I think what we need to do as a matter of urgency, if the funding is there, we dispose of the matter, because it's just filling our list, and if it's funded, we can proceed.
Right, fine. Let me proceed then. Mathari Christmas party, this is being headed by past president Anne, and she has come up with a new idea that, look, instead of just feeding them and having them a good day for one day, she has come up with some business program that, they would give them something which, they would develop, and they would be on their own. And it is something which will carry on, like she had a water kiosk in mind and others. Now, Rotarian Nelson has joined her because he also is involved with this SMEs. And he said they'll work together and find out, and then have a meeting with their contractors to find out what best we can do. Sunshine Rally, well, I don't think it will be held this year, though we have given already our contribution. Then we had sanitary towels. We wanted to give some sanitary towels to the Sekanani and some other schools in Masai Mara. But again, funding. If the fundings are available, we will do that. And that is all, Mr. Chairman, what is going on. Unless you want to give the board something more on this charity vision collaboration with the RCN and the ministry, because I think you attended a meeting yesterday.
Yes. No. Probably President Salim, past President Salim, I would say we're progressing very well. And you asked some questions this morning that actually just sent my mind racing. Because when I sit there, I realize I don't ask all the questions. But yes, you've captured the fact that we have commitment to get 2,000 cataract kits. You've asked the question about funding, which I think I need to engage further. But yes, the trust had committed to give us about 3 million shillings. But some, Dr. Salim was just telling me we might require more. So those are the things I'm still thinking about. But I think the report you've given is sufficient. The what do you call them? The kits will be here, God willing, by end of this month. So on their part, Church Division have started the process. We want the Ministry of Health to give us some guarantees in terms of exemption of tax. We do not want to be surprised by that element. And then thirdly, is once these goods are cleared, we have to pay for the transport from Namanga to Nairobi. And that I think I'll advise as we go on. So that's, I think, about the only thing I can add, Salim.
Okay.
So I think there's a lot of behind the scenes work we need to continue to do, Salim.
Yeah.
And then we will come and give a full report when we are ready.
And Mr. President, once you get these kits, where are we going to store them until we really use them? And what about the expiry date? Do they tell us what is it?
Well, okay, it's a good question because I was asking the lady to give us a manifest so that we see in whose name it's coming. So until we can get that, then I'll be able to let you know. But there are two groups he had in mind, either the University of Nairobi, who are tax exempt, or Kenya Society for the Blind. Because for us, we are not tax exempt as Rotary.
All right, fine, okay.
Yeah. So that is that. Nelson, can you just very quickly just say something about Ubuntu so that we can move from community service? Are you ready, Nelson? If you're not ready, Josephine, I can see you've raised your hand.
Yes, President Gideon, I'd like to intervene, but just on a question which PP Salim had raised, and then unfortunately my wife was a bit unstable, I had to leave.
Okay.
He asked about whether the issue of cataract surgeries was part of the district planning process. And I just wanted to share with you that this particular year, our DG has legacy projects in place. One of the legacy projects is actually cataract surgery, or what people are calling eye surgery. To add to that, during the recent visit of the RI president, during his audience with the head of state, it was agreed that Rotary clubs in Kenya, supported by a team of Indian doctors whom the RI president will bring to country, would work in 5 counties where the head of state has provided 5 facilities for the purpose of cataract surgeries. I have been working with the team tangentially in my role as district health chair, and I understand that they are looking for clubs that actually are doing cataract surgery as their signature project, such as what we're doing with RC, Nairobi ourselves, and that those clubs that have signature projects around cataract surgery would be asked to train up other clubs from counties where the head of state has given us 5 facilities to undertake cataract surgery in the long term. So I just want to let our members know that in the days ahead, we may be asked to share the experiences that we have gone through, the lessons learned and our achievements around cataract surgery with other Rotary clubs, so that we can build a capacity for the same in 5 counties as one of the legacy projects that is being undertaken by Rotary in Kenya. Thank you. Just to add.
Yeah, actually, if you look at the board's WhatsApp group, I shared a part of the minute that as presidents from our meeting of 25th September, and it is very clear. There are several legacy projects. There is the pediatric heart surgery, of which there are 5 clubs that will lead us in that. But for the eye cataract surgery, the honors has been put on the shoulders of the Rotary Club of Nairobi. And also the audiovisual school learning digital, something to do with digital learning is on the shoulders of Rotary Club of Nairobi. So we are going to lead the district in this area. Fortunate, I think the stars are lining up. And I would say the other Rotary clubs are excited. But again, like I'm saying, we have some background work to finalize, some loose ends. It's looking smart, but bright, but there's some loose ends that we need to finalize in terms of the things required and money in particular to be able to commit fully to leading the district in this area. So I'll share the minutes again from our president's group, so that you know the things that we need to do, pull through as a club. Michael, I can see your hand is raised. Sorry,
President Gideon, before you move on, I just want to share, now that I have a moment, that as country chair for health and as a member of the Rotary Club of Nairobi, you also have the resources in the district or in the country for health. We are putting together a team of all the physicians from Rotary clubs around the country. And we have been mandated also to support DG. So please feel free also once in a while to pop in on us as district health team.
Yes.
Not just for the issues of cataract surgery, but also the pediatric cardiac surgical interventions and also the blood banking. Thank you.
Okay, on the cardiac pediatric heart surgeries, I think it's RC Mombasa, RC Nairobi South, Tumishi, Addis Ababa, and Langata. So for us, we've just been limited to the eye surgeries, and I think that's our specialty, and we'll focus on that. I'll share with you this so that you can probably reach out to the other presidents on other areas, other focus areas on the DG's legacy project. I'll share with you after the meeting. Michael, I can see your hand is raised.
Thank you, Gideon. 2 comments. Firstly, on cataract operations.
Yes.
I've been involved with it right from the outset in 1986. And so I've always been a great supporter of these. And my excitement about the consequences were greatly intensified this week because Evelyn had her cataract operation, and it's transformed her vision and therefore so much about her life. It's just an amazing gift to give to people, these cataract operations. The other one was about this possibility of a water kiosk in Mathare. And I would urge Anne, Nelson, whoever is involved, to reach out to George Mbugwa, the finance director of Davis and Shertliff, for advice and maybe partnership. And Gideon, you and I had talked the other day about, collaborations with water projects, but this is just one small one perhaps. But Salim, I think that there may be more scope for good collaboration with Davis and Shertliff.
Good, fine. I have noted that. This 1 minute. George Bugwa is what is his position in Davis and Shertliff?
He's the finance director.
Finance director.
And I had introduced him, as I've mentioned before, to Rotary many years ago. He became president of industrial area, district positions, and including now with this sustainable water project focus, he having spoken to our club some months ago.
Okay, fine. That's not a problem. We'll do it together with the PPN and Nelson. And
if you need me to organize any introduction, of course, feel free.
Sure. And Mr. President, our doctor mentioned about training of cataract at other clubs. That's not a big deal. We can do that as long as the district organizes. I think our club has got a vast experience on this cataract operations and eye camps. We are very willing to do it. Once they arrange and they say that do come and tell what we do and how we do it, we are very willing to do it.
Thank you. Thank you, Salim. And I think things are aligning in terms of the kind of exposure we will give them. If we can be able to pull the 2,000 cataract operations, particularly this year, I think you had expressed your views, which I don't want to share here because we have to find a way of navigating in terms of manpower and all that. So for sure, I think this news from Josephine is far much welcome. And yes, Josephine will engage you after this meeting so that we can plug in some of the challenges. Actually, Nani had written a very good document this morning, Salim, which the issue of manpower I didn't quite address, but I think you're godsend in terms of the information you've shared. Mike, thank you about the water. I think more than anything, I'll personally vigorously pursue it. We've had this conversation too long. I think we need to move it to the next level. I'm grateful for your persistence. Pipi Sudesh.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Madam Past President.
Good afternoon, President Gideon and all the fellow Rotarians who are present today. I would like to brief on the international committee projects. First, we have already one scholarship candidate studying in USA since last year. One project that has been approved recently, that is micromedia training for emergency services for the health staff. That I think all are aware now. Josephine is heading that project, and whatever which is about its funding war, they have been resolved. We are still in conversation, in communication with the Rotary Foundation on our eye care project, which is a long process. They always ask lots of questions, and to and fro it goes, and until it is approved, it will continue. Then we have recently signed an agreement with the Rotary Club of Sweden for a water project, that is water harvesting and a water tank by a women's group in Machakos. This is a very small project. This club always does those small projects with our club, about $3,000 to $4,000, mostly per year, but last year it did not happen. Then we have an FGM, that is girls, those who escape FGM, to help them study and become self-dependent, independent. So we will be supporting around 35 girls in different places, in university schools, but it is still on the initial stage. We still have to resolve some issues with our partners in Germany. And our meeting with one of the stakeholders is next week, next Tuesday. So after that, once that is resolved, we will give a go ahead and we'll move forward with that. Then we have 3 more projects which we do not get any response from the primary contracts in our club, who are heading them, but not sharing. What my request to President Gideon is that whatever project one leads, there should be transparency. Club involvement also should be there. They should not become one-person show. Of course, Rotary Foundation asked for 3-persons committee, but Rotary Foundation also asked maximum participation from the club, which is not happening. So please look into this area. And as we move forward, we have more projects coming up. We will be updating you. And my request at this time is to all the members to contribute towards Rotary Foundation by becoming a Paul Harris. We wanted to have every Rotarian every year as our club fully, but all the members, they are not been able to contribute last year. And we don't know if, Doma, I would suggest that every member contributes $100 every year. They will be entitled to a PHF when they complete $1,000. So this is for now.
Thank you, Past President Sudesh. I think I had indicated that I'll do a communication guiding us in personalizing projects. And sorry, I couldn't do it last night because I got here late. I couldn't do it this morning because I had to start chasing a venue for our district governors visit next week. So for sure, by tomorrow morning, I'll have shared my thoughts on what you've shared. But nonetheless, excellent work you're doing, Past President Sudesh.
Thank you.
If you're done, can I call somebody else, Past President Sudesh?
Yes,
You're
please,
done?
go
Yeah.
ahead.
Madam Irina on programs. Is she here? Irina is not here. Then Mike Eldon on leadership. Mike? Yeah, I can see Mike, but his mic is muted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On leadership. Yeah, sorry.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Gideon, we had distributed these questions to the board members.
Yes.
And I raised it at the board meeting yesterday. It was at a time when your connection wasn't working. So we're still waiting for feedback. But the basic thing, and now for the benefit of all members, in my role as advisor on leadership, the question we must start with is, where do people perceive the leadership gaps to be? And then that will give us the clues as to how to fill the gaps and what to do. So we're still waiting for that feedback, aren't we, Gideon?
Sure, sure. Probably what I'll do, Mike, is I'll share the questions, the questions again with the larger group, and we can probably have a session one of these fine days with the program director, where you can vocalize some of these things, because there are 5 very deep and well set questions, and I think it will be a stimulating discussion we can bring on the floor of the membership, so that we come up with resolutions of sorts.
Yeah. And we're looking at emerging leaders, Rotaractors, past leaders, present leaders, all the subgroups, and where can we do better? Where can we rise to the next level? That's the question, and then we'll know more about how I and others can be of help.
Thank you, and thank you for that very thought-provoking. And Van Leeuwen family.
Mr. President.
Yes.
Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians.
Good afternoon.
So I will just summarize our plan for the remaining Rotary year. So this month we have our physical meeting. I think now we have to actually marry it with the visit of the district governor. So the venue, we are going to let you know as time goes on. And also in the month of December, we also have the Christmas party for the President's Christmas party. That also we are going to share the details. We are still working behind the scene. And the second the second week in the month of December, we also, this I shared also the committee the board meeting yesterday, that we plan to have it. Let us have it also in our calendar to have every end of the year. We have a kind of interdenominational Thanksgiving service to thank God, and also like especially this year we have lost few active Rotarians to kind of pray for them, and so I think we should also have that in our calendar for the years. Every December we just have a kind of Thanksgiving, and if we have lost anyone, we try to get the family together to be with us. It might be physical or Zoom meeting, depending. And one of our programs for this year that we're actually planning to, I've been trying to push for, we are going to have a kind of cooking show, and several of the new Rotarians are actively involved, like Farid will be there to record, and we're also planning to have a recipe book. You can share your best recipe with us. Ruth and Irina will be in charge of that. So we're going to actually send an announcement. So those are some of the things we are planning. And of course, know your Rotarians, that will continue. And you share some photos with us. So we are going to roll that out latest by next week. You'll start receiving our messages from Family of Rotary dockets. Thank you, Mr. President. That is that.
Thank you, Madam Anne. Probably for December, there are two things that I want you to, together with Irina, plan for, because we have our AGM, 1, and 2, we are likely to have the Principal Secretary of the Ministry of Health give us a talk on Thursday, the 9th of December. Remember, December is Disease Prevention and Treatment Month. And there are several things we have done with the Ministry of Health, largely blood donation. We are about to lead the the district on cataract eye surgery. So as you plan, consider that in your mind. So I'm seeing probably as having the events and Thanksgiving and Christmas party probably on the 16th of December. Then people can break off for Christmas and come in January. But again, as we go on, it will become clearer on whether the permanent secretary, because she asked us to confirm as we draw closer.
Mr. President,
yes,
if I may add, we plan to have the Christmas party first week of December, because it's a holiday. Most of the Rotarians, maybe they plan to travel and so on. We just want to have it and get it out of the way. Perfect, I mean, the first Thursday of December.
First Thursday of December is the 2nd.
Oh yeah, so
it's the 2nd of December.
Yeah.
But in the event we are too squeezed, probably just consider maybe doing it towards the end of November, because I know 16th is also too close to the holiday season. But I've just shared with you that because on the 9th, the Principal Secretary may not come, but she has given us that date, and we will confirm as we go on.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Kalpa and then Josephine.
Good afternoon, Rotarians.
Good afternoon.
For me, it's just to say that we have a few members who haven't paid. So I would request President and probably some of the board members to just call the individuals and see how we can get those payments coming in. That's about 20 of them, so that's quite a big number, which would help the club for admin payments. And then we have a few members, and I've requested the president if we could have those members join our weekly meetings. So at least we get to know them and they get to know us. And then after that, once they have joined for 4 or 5 meetings, then probably we send the CVs out and then we get the members to agree or not agree to their membership. That's about for me.
Okay, maybe, sorry, I keep forgetting to invite some, sorry about that, but I will, from next week, start inviting them. I think we have a transfer from Malindi, but the reason I have not mentioned is because we wanted a letter to accompany that the member is of good standing. I've been told verbally by my co-president in Malindi, but we wanted a letter on their letterhead confirming together with the number of membership, RI membership number of the member. Yeah, so we are looking at about 4 to 5 new members, God willing, and yes, Kalpa, I will follow instruction. And thank you for the reminder. Oh. Josephine?
Thank you very much, President Gideon. Mine is an intervention, would just be twofold, a very quick one. President Gideon asked me to support us on fundraising, and all I'll intervene to say is that we note that there is a deficit towards the funding of our Rotarian or RI scholar this year, and I'll be working with Irina to see how we can raise, I think, a balance of $4,000 US towards completing the scholarship for our RI scholar, our Rotary scholar. Then, President Gideon, just so that members know, as PE, I'm also involved, like I've said, in the district health activities, under which our club is actually led by Anne, PP Anne, on the issues of cancer. And under that umbrella, IPP, Ritesh, is leading us on a safe space to undertake discussion on cancers that involve men, focusing on cancer of the prostate. In the months ahead, PPN is going to lead discussions on cancers in women, cancers of the reproductive tract, cancer of the cervix, and cancer of the breast. You may be aware, actually, this month is the month where we celebrate ending breast cancer or breast cancer awareness. Very quickly, the 3 legacy projects have been asked to coordinate and work closely with DG. We've mentioned them today here: eye surgeries, pediatric cardiac surgery, and a little bit on blood banking, which President Gideon has been very instrumental at putting in place, except now we want to take it and make it countrywide, take it to scale. And then for those who might want to know, and I see PP David Gidanga here, World Polio Day will be celebrated on October 24th. And on that day, the DG will have a major event at Karura Forest. But before that day, on the 21st, we'll have a day at Gertrude's Gardens Children's Hospital to reflect on polio, keeping polio out, because we've kicked polio out, now we are keeping it out, together with COVID vaccination. Nothing could be greater than the need for COVID awareness in Kenya, and a little bit on pediatric cardiac surgery. And as I end, just to let members know, Global Hand Washing Day will be celebrated on October 15th. And there will be 2 national events, one in Kilifi, one in Homa Bay. And the theme for this year's event is sanitation for UHC, focusing on the need to put in place toilets to reduce open defecation. Thank you so much, President Gideon. Back to you.
Thank you, Josephine. I just wanted you to maybe just mention about the $5,000 for the audio training. I think PP Salim had mentioned it, but since you're the lead, you can guide.
Thank you so much, President Gideon. Indeed, PP Sudesh had mentioned that under her umbrella, International Services Committee, there is a project on COVID-19 education that we are implementing in partnership with the College of Health Sciences, University of Nairobi, in the School of Public Health. This project is a partnership between University of Nairobi and University College London. The project will be undertaken using multimedia systems, primarily the mobile handset, to educate frontline health workers on infection prevention and control in hospital settings and in the community. The project is funded now to a tune of $130,000 US, if I'm right. Half of that money has been allocated to University College London to prepare the curriculum, which will be beamed to us and also stored in a data center at the University of Nairobi. The other half, which I was happy to be instrumental to fundraising when I was away a month ago in the US, has been disbursed. I am made to understand that there are still problems with the Rotary financial system, but the money has been disbursed to us. It's going through Rotary Foundation. And together with Irina, we shall be happy to announce its arrival. But that money will be with our club for this committee, which has now been expanded to support University of Nairobi to buy the mobile handsets, set up the data system, facilitate its lecturers to train in the hospital there, Kenyatta, and also to train through the School of Public Health, the community health workers. Just to end, this project has attracted partnership from the Rotary Club of Samawati, RC Samawati, and from Standard Chartered for long-term sustainability. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm coming to you, Past President Githanga, but Josephine, we still want to do our annual golf tournament fundraising, and I think we had agreed we touch base with you. If you're around, I want to confirm that yes, it will be a good time to do that, probably tomorrow or next week, a time convenient to you. I'll reach out to you in private. Thank you. Thank you for taking up the challenge so late. But yes, you're doing a commendable job. Thank you.
Thank you, President Gideon.
Past President David Githanga, I can see your hand is raised.
Thank you very much, Past President Gideon. Yeah, I think Past President Josephine has already mentioned a little bit about the World Polio Day, and she's the health lead for the district. I have a smaller little docket of just polio, and I wanted to mention about how we participate. That's a question that keeps on coming many, many times. And again, to get you familiar with words, you will hear supplementary immunization activities. Those are the drives we have for certain vaccines and so on. It may be polio, it may be measles, it may be HPV and so forth. Those drives are supplementary. In other words, they are away from what is routine. And in public health interventions, we increasingly want to look at upstream intervention, or what we now call primordial intervention. Where do you intervene most effectively so that you have a higher impact? And one of the areas that we thought about and we are seeking to encourage all of us to do is to actually routinely visit vaccination centers, even when it's not World Polio Day, to basically give confidence to the whole issue of immunizations and vaccinations. And what I was going to suggest is that all of us in the week preceding the 24th can actually visit an immunization center and just basically talk to the mothers and so on, and talk about the importance of immunization, even if it's not specific to any one of them, but that giving of confidence is an important issue. I just wanted to add that little point that all of us can participate if you choose to go to Gertrude's or go to MP Shah, go to Aga Khan, or any other places that are near you, and you talk to the mothers who are bringing in the kids. I think that would be an important addition. Thank you very much.
I think very well said, Past President David, and I must thank you for your continued enthusiasm in our health matters, particularly where children are concerned. I know vaccinations is your forte, and would be grateful. Probably at some point we will take a census of how many people have finished their immunizations for corona, COVID-19. I think it's a new area, and we'll maybe invite a specialist to come and just tell us, because I was looking at Pfizer. They are talking about the third shot. There's some new people talking about the fourth shot. So those are areas I think we need your expertise, David, Josephine, and any other leader in that area to maybe just guide the team on how we can navigate the corner around the COVID-19. So thank you very much. I think I've exhausted all the directors except for Irina. I think the rest have done their duty. Is Irina here? Ritesh, do you have something to say? You also sit on the board, and I think from your experience, you can share a thing or two that we might be forgetting.
Well, first of all, I'm so delighted to see so many club members logged on, and I'm just waving at everyone. For my AOB, it's just a request. There are certain key dockets which should be reported as well during club assemblies for the benefit of all club members. They can include also attendance report, or so that encourages members to log on or join in.
Yes.
We should have maybe figures of how many SAA collections have taken place to date, or of a general finance report, which can also be circulated separately via email or in advance. And basically any matters which are pertinent to, for example, the DG's visit, if you'd like to just let us know the progress with that and update the club members, because that's a very important meeting and we should all attend. Thank you.
Actually, I'd put it in my AOB. I'd put it in my AOB. Okay. Thank you. Actually, I have 2 AOBs, and then we can go to question and answer. Yes, Salim, go ahead.
No, President, you see, community service projects cannot operate without money. You see,
yes,
we have been struggling to get this, and you know, CATRAC is our key and project which we do it every year. Now, you see, I have been requesting you. I have requested the treasurer. Clinton has also been requesting the treasurer that tell us, is money available or is not available? And you know, I mean, it's really frustrating us. So the treasurer has to come up and tell us, yes, money is there or not. And actually, I would have expected him to tell us what is the financial status of the club at this meeting. It's very important.
You're very right. Actually, Salim, you've brought a very good point, and I think let's rather than sit back and just complain or get frustrated. Amongst the issues I wanted to suggest today is how many of our members can volunteer to sit on the finance committee, so that we get off the matter of depending on one person. So when he's not available, we are stuck. We can't get a report, and we are basically dependent on whether they're available or not. That is one question I wanted to put forth to the club membership, so that we decongest this matter of depending on one person. So I'll expect some volunteers after the meeting to send their names in the WhatsApp group, and then from there we will request for a finance committee meeting. That was one for my area. 2,
Mr. President.
Yes, yes.
Sorry to interrupt. Why don't we continue with the previous year's committee instead of setting up a new one?
I have no problem. What I want is a committee that will take us forward on issues finance. It is 3 months. Actually, we just finished the first quarter, and we are a bit wobbly on very serious matters like Salim has raised. So whether we have a committee from last year or a committee from, we are going to form, what we need is a committee, and I would appreciate whichever help can come.
Maybe you should just reach out to them to find out if they still want to continue. Because you know how it is in Rotary. If you really don't call people, they will just stay in their own cozy way. Maybe you should just reach out to them. And I think there are very few. There were few.
Yes.
IPP Ritesh was part of it.
Yes.
So I think maybe PP Salim, I don't know.
Not a problem. You've guided me, Anne, and I think I'll get back to IPP Ritesh so that we can constitute this and proceed. Because the other item I wanted is get into a situation where we will develop requests for proposals for an auditor, because this issue of having different auditors every other year, we need to streamline that. And I was hoping the finance committee can lead in that process so that we have an auditor who is going to be approved by the club assembly. The finance committee will do the due process, and then we can come and approve their decision at the club assembly. Of course, before that, we'll have had a board meeting and then propose based on the finance committee convincing us who they have found suitable to do our audit. We propose to the assembly and look at a way of having a permanent auditor look at our books. So those are the two things I had, auditor. And of course, is everybody comfortable with that approach? Maybe? Or let's put it in the question and answers. Let's put it in the question and answers that is coming shortly. And then finally is the DG's visit. I think most of us in the board were a bit taken aback by the fact that the DG has opted to come for a physical meeting rather than a Zoom meeting like he had proposed earlier. And I think as a club, we are ready. And I want to thank you, Anne, that this morning we started looking for a venue. And I think by tomorrow or Monday, we shall be able to confirm a venue and encourage all of you to come and be with our DG and enjoy one physical fellowship. So those, I think, were the three things on my AOB. And I think I'll invite question and answers or suggestions for the next probably 5 minutes. Thank you.
President Gideon, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Since the DG's visit is a very important meeting, and there is a possibility that some of us may not be in a position to join physically at the moment, is it possible to organize to have it hybrid?
Okay. Can I say, for a guy who has just known how to screen share today?
Yes.
It's a tough task, but you're not asking for too much. We'll try and organize that. Yeah. We are working. Actually, we woke up this morning to work with it on it with Anne, and we will keep you posted as we go on. But what you've asked for IPP Ritesh is okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any Q&A? Mumbua, you've been quiet. Darcy, you've been quiet. Apart from your voice test, you've been quiet. Eva Nyawira, our secretary, can you just vocalize your presence? Margareta, you've also been quiet today.
Okay, let me just put in here.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think I am still for these virtual meetings, but I would encourage that we really do a hybrid meeting, like Ritesh has said. We can't take chances, especially there was like with COVID. I would encourage that, but I think if the DG wants to have a physical meeting, and we could still have a camera there where we can partake. So that's one. But the other thing that's a bit concerning is these funds for like the Garissa camp and all. It is happening sooner than later. I ran into Salim a couple of days ago. Some of those payments we have to make in cash and all. My suggestion would be that the treasurer be called by the president and say, can we ensure that those monies are there? Otherwise, we have been doing that camp in Garissa for so long. We don't want it to be a letdown, yeah? So please call and say, can we have that cash available so that everything goes smoothly so that we can carry on the good work we are doing. I really appreciate what you guys are doing with these COVID times and all. It's not a criticism, but what I'm saying is let us make it happen. We are the premier club, right? So please, let's make it happen. Yeah, so we don't have any issues later on. We had to cancel it because ABC didn't happen. Please. Thank you.
Sure. Well said. Well said. Margareta and then Mumbua. Then we probably call. Salim, you wanted to say something?
No, I'm okay. I'm all right.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank
Margareta,
you very
go
much.
ahead.
Yes, no, I was out of commission up until now. Now I'm in Aga Khan. They have wonderful Wi-Fi. So I have to greet you. I'm very sorry I missed the meeting, but I'm with you in spirit. And I am all for progress. I think our meeting next week will be very interesting. I look forward to the venue. And I might have to be hybrid also, but I'll try to be there with you in person. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I can see Winnie all the way from Berlin or Bonn. Winnie Gerard.
Oh, hi. Good afternoon, everyone. Actually, I don't have much to say. It's a wonderful club assembly today. And yeah, we look forward to ending the year well. Hopefully, what the directors have mentioned, that they have plans hopefully there's a physical meeting that will be good for those who are able. Probably I might be coming there before end of the year, so I'm hoping to meet all of you sometime before Christmas. Thank you very much, President Gideon.
Asante. Eva Nyawira, and then I'll hand over the meeting to Elizabeth Kim Kung to do the Sergeant at Arms.
Please, President, because I have to run.
Yes.
Thank you. I have to be in school. Thank you.
You're not done with school yet, Elizabeth?
I have to be in school with my son. I'm not done with my PhD until next year, but okay. I have to be in school at 2:15.
Please take the floor, take the floor, take the floor, take the floor. I don't want to delay you any longer. Go ahead.
Oh, I can?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Can you hear me? Sorry, let me just put my mic up. Sorry, 1 second.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, okay. Today I'm the sergeant, so I don't know. I will find people a lot of money. I've not been around, and I think we need that money. I'm also finding myself because I think for the last 2 weeks, I did not pay my fine, or because I wasn't just in the place where it was possible. So today I have a joke. I hope it will make all of us laugh. I think we all went to school and they're just little things that happened. So do you still remember those awkward moments in schools during exams? We all did our exams, yeah? So when a bright student tells the invigilator that question 4 has a problem, but you have already answered it.
Yeah.
When a fellow student asks, When a fellow student asks for a graph paper, but you have finished and did not see anywhere where it was required. When the invigilator says, jump question 6, we will rectify it later, but it was the question you enjoyed most when answering. When you see people busy using rulers and you're wondering what is going on. When you hear your friends arguing after the exam, whether the answer to question 5 was 35.5% or 36%, and your answer was minus 45,000. Don't you miss school days at times? I'm posing a question, nobody seems to be answering. Yeah, don't you all miss school days at times?
Of course.
Okay, I'm glad, but I didn't hear enough laughter. So I think everybody, can we add
Everybody's
another?
muted, Elizabeth.
No, we are laughing in spirit.
Oh, you are. So I'm just saying that I had 2 jokes. I thought this other one, probably just 1 second, please. I had 2 jokes for today, and each joke is going to cost 100 shillings. That will be the fine. So I hope you all have 200 shillings extra for the jokes today. Now, this is a family joke, and I just hope everybody can laugh. So a professional explained marketing to students. Number 1, he said, you see a gorgeous girl in a party, you go to her and say, I'm rich, marry me. That's direct marketing. You attend a party and your friend goes to a girl and points at you telling her, he's very rich, marry him. That's advertising. A girl walks to you and says, you're rich, can you marry me? That's brand recognition. You say, I'm very rich, marry me, and she slaps you. That's customer feedback. You say, I'm very rich, marry. You say, I'm very rich, marry me, and she introduces you to her husband. That's demand and supply gap. Before you say, I'm rich, marry me, and your wife arrives, that's restriction from entering any new market. Thank you very much, fellow Rotarians. Please pay something to make the kitty bigger today. God bless you all and stay safe.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'd ask you to, Karibu Manu, Karibu everyone else who came in late. I want you to charge your glasses.
I came in late. I was engaged in another Zoom. So
that is absent marketing.
Absolutely.
That is absent marketing. So you should pay another extra 100.
So charge your glasses.
I'll pay for it. Next time when you're not meeting on Zoom, I'll pay for it.
Thank
you. Asante. Charge your glasses for the final toast. Thank you very much, each one of you, for attending the meeting. I have not gotten the report, Anthony, of how many of us attended the meeting today, but I must thank you all for finding time. I think the things we have agreed will proceed on as I chat you behind. So charge your glasses or put your right hand on your heart, and we say to Rotary the world over.
Rotary world over.
Thank you. God bless. Asante sana.
Rotary the world over. Thank you very much.
Somebody's paying by pay bill?
Yeah, pay bill. Maybe we'll share on WhatsApp.
Okay.
We'll share on WhatsApp.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Nasikia fimbo yangu